This is not a podcast, viewers. This is the podcast. A guy tunes into the podcast and you think that of us. No. We are the pods who cast. We're the podcast, Pro Perks Podcast, starring GreyShamrock, Silent D, the D is silent, and Foster the Canadian. Yeah! Let's go with the podcast.
Yeah, nice, well done.
Yeah, no it wasn't. I've got a third...
It's always my comment after you're done. I'm like, yeah, well done.
Maybe that could be like the intro to the podcast, me just going, yeah, viewers, I've got a third nipple.
What, don't you?
Get them interested immediately. They're like, I want to hear, this guy's life must be weird. It's different than me.
We gotta end on a bitch this time, by the way.
End on a bitch.
Bitch! We gotta
Failed at ending on the bitch so many times.
I'll put it in the chat just in case. But anyway, what's in the topic list for today, Foster?
There's a topic list?
The fact that Earth's rotation is slowing down, and in the past 2 years, there's about 24 more seconds a day.
We're all gonna die.
I want to actually move on to something important. Toronto's mayor is...
No, not Rob Ford. Do we have to talk about this?
Yeah, we should.
Has actually gone down because of the debacle.
We're not talking about political business.
I know, we're talking about freaking Rob Ford being a...
I want to talk about how he's being impeached for what he's doing. And he admitted that he did do cocaine while in office.
And crack.
Yeah, and crack. Well, I thought they were the same thing, but okay.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. They are the
crack,
same.
and then there's crack cocaine.
It's true.
It's crack cocaine is a combination of crack and cocaine.
Okay, well, you got me there, Silent. Well done.
You snort cocaine and you smoke crack, right?
I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming. So he smoked crack then, and so he's being impeached for that among various other things. And we're not going to get into his political business.
Ha!
We're not going to get into his political business, but because that's going to be a fire and that'll just turn into a huge mess. And then I don't know much about it anyway.
I love
Canadian. I know all about it.
The problem is this, like, he sounds like such a nice guy.
Hey.
Foster, go on. Use your words, buddy.
Look, here's the thing. I really hate getting into politics, but I don't think we can call him a nice guy.
Why? Go on. Go on.
Babies.
Yeah, it's when every politician appears like a nice guy, because that you can't be like, I'm an asshole, vote for me. If you hear like the stories that people are talking about, like, you know, his nights out on the town, doesn't seem like a great guy. Does not seem like a nice guy. I don't think that, you know, sharing half a crack rock with someone is like, that's a nice... He shared half that crack rock. I still think it's like he's smoking crack and he's the mayor of the biggest city in Canada.
Wouldn't you need to smoke crack if you were the mayor of the biggest city in Canada?
Hell no, I'll be the mayor of the biggest city in Canada. I'll turn Toronto into like friggin'... I'll put it in space. Outer space Toronto. How cool would that be?
But but Canada's on Earth.
Okay, but we'd have to have some laws set up though, Foster, like... Everyone must tune in to Foster the Canadian and GreyShamrock on Twitch and YouTube, and must like, favorite, and subscribe. If you do not have internet or a computer, you will be provided with some.
How are you even listening to this if you don't have internet
or
a computer?
No AMD.
What's wrong with AMD?
I don't like them.
You don't like AMD? They make good processors, dude.
I just don't know.
What's wrong with their processors? They're cheaper. And they run pretty much on par with Intel. Well,
and GPU cards, actually.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, they're set... Okay, this is the next topic, apparently. Okay, so, it's a mixed thing here, because I like my NVIDIA, I really do. I like how they're both innovative, you know what I mean? Like, there's no such thing as this one's just doing the same damn thing over and over, because you can't do that when it comes to computers. Like, that doesn't happen, right? Computers are constantly changing. We saw from the 780 to the Titan to the 780 Ti. I'm not familiar with AMD as much. I know that they already created one that goes faster than the 780, the original 780, not the Ti, but it overheats. The problem with the reason why it's second second most expensive, that's what I'm thinking of, is because it's, it does have overheating problems. I don't care too much for their products. I do like the CEO himself. I really do care for his words, but I just don't like their products. It's not a matter of like, oh, fuck this, fuck that, I'm a fanboy of NVIDIA, I bleed green. It's just that I don't favor their product over something that is like buy it nice or buy it twice kind of thing. And they both offer good things, and anyone will say, but at the same time, I think NVIDIA is the better card, the better brand.
Well, I will say that we went from Mayor smoking crack to graphics card that a lot of people don't know about. We're losing the subscribers rate. We're losing them.
Nipples.
Okay, so PS4, after the launch of PS4 on Friday,
there we go.
PSN, the PlayStation Network, crashed.
Yeah.
Anything about that?
Is anyone surprised by this?
Not
I'm
really.
not.
I mean, it's something that we kind of have come to expect it to a certain extent. Anytime a new game is launched, as there's going to be server issues, and with a product like the PlayStation 4, PlayStation has the largest base of users that it's ever had. And now, launching a new console with this kind of interest, this kind of hype, of course there's going to be issues. But, they did get it up pretty quickly. It went
you were
down.
going to say we were just expecting the PlayStation 4 network to go down. It's like, it's already gone down how many times?
Yeah.
You got me there.
What is really funny is, I was talking to Silent about this earlier. Did you hear about the new Madden on the PlayStation 4 is causing nightmares?
Why are they staring at me?
It's so creepy because the game, it's one of those things where like they took that technological leap forward, but
and now everyone has a right face.
Well, everyone, it's Uncanny Valley, which is a term that I think most gamers are familiar with now, where it's almost realistic, but not. Like, everyone's eyes
at first glance, you think it's like an actual picture, but whenever you kind of like concentrate on it, you can tell it's a video render.
And it's kind of creepy, and it's, I haven't heard about this, maybe it's going on with other games, but I heard a couple people talk about this, and it could just be in jest, Oh, it's causing nightmares because it looks creepy, but it really is, like, creepy. Like, video games, I feel almost like it's a step back to go from the art style that we have now to Uncanny Valley. Why not continue making maybe subpar graphics until we get that photorealism? Because right now, it's just freaking creepy. I mean, on E3, when they were showing off the new EA engine for the games, and LeBron James' mouth opened up, that was like... He turned into a shark or something. It was creepy.
Okay. Like a snake. I see what you mean. And I see what you're saying here, Foster, but at the same time, I want to move on to COD Ghost in a minute, but at the same time, you have to take that leap forward, otherwise there's nothing to innovate upon. Because if I want to say, let's stay on this ground, and let's stay within the fence, and whenever the time comes to go over that fence, we will. You can call that a racist joke if you want. You can elaborate on that, but I don't care. If you are going to say that we shouldn't be near photorealistic just yet, we should wait, then you are delaying it. It's like the capitalism thing. Is monopolizing a market bad? Not necessarily, because you can undercut... The reason why... Okay,
no, what's bad is making all characters have right faces.
Let me start over here. In 2009, Walmart was just about to monopolize the U.S. market. What they did, though, was kind of a brilliant thing. They forcefully cut their own sales so that way they would give room for other people, because otherwise they would give room for people to undercut them. It's the same thing with this. If EA didn't reveal this engine, then who's to say someone else that put in that kind of money into it would have innovated even better with their engine. If they were to... What I'm saying here is, if you're going to have competition, you got to make something shitty first, so that way there's something to, there's some kind of ground to go up on.
Yeah.
Because if you just go off, okay, that guy, hey, AMD, you need to make that new card so that way I can do something better. That's not how it works. You got to make the best you can, and then that competition is even better because it's the best you've done. That's what the competition is for.
Yeah.
that makes any sense. What were we going to say, Silent? I cut you off.
I was just throwing in. You got to climb that mountain of shit.
Yeah.
See, I don't know much about the game itself, but I'm assuming you can customize your character a bit more in depth.
Assuming it's like every Madden before it.
It pretty much is.
I have no idea. Oh, right. But I mean, like, actual facial and height. Like, it's not just the height and the weight. Like, actual face.
Well, I haven't heard much about, like, character customization. It's more the refs and the players and the coaches of real teams.
Those coaches are supposed to be scary.
Oh, boy, are they. Their eyes are wide open and they don't blink. It's creepy.
Oh, man.
Like, hello, Foster. How are you?
Give me one more
I want your soul.
All I can hear right now is my old hockey coach. You like icing on that cake?
Would you like icing on that cake?
He thought that was so funny.
Silent. I would love if you said, like, give me one more lap and your soul. I would have lost my shit.
And your soul.
Man,
and that's the podcast. I'm going to go poop myself, even though I went before this podcast.
Okay, so I want to elaborate off your photorealistic thing. At E3 and a little bit before, we saw how COD Ghost has a new engine, and we're not going to criticize COD Ghost in this podcast. We're just going to go off of hard facts.
A lot of people have already beat us to it, too.
Yeah, really. I've seen a lot of people say, man, this game is beautiful, this game is amazing, and they were talking about the beta, because the beta, you're supposed to expect a lot of glitches, you're supposed to expect a lot of shitty things to happen, and the way it was it really wasn't like that for the most part. It was actually a beautiful game, even in the beta. But that's like COD Ghost, there's not much texture. I mean, like, that's like COD in general. Battlefield 4, when the beta came out, even on the PC, there was a ton of missing textures. There really was. People don't want to admit it because it's the master race.
Well,
there was a lot of missing textures.
You got to look back at how bad Battlefield 3 beta was.
It wasn't even a beta for the consoles. It was the alpha. Like, if you look down, you would glitch into the map. That's how glitchy
I have
it was,
a video. It's got, I think 1,000 views now, something like that, of, I got trapped in, like, a death animation, and I started sliding around the ground. I got stuck in the ground, and then I started throwing grenades at people and getting kills, and I was just screaming the entire time. I didn't know what was happening. Good video. Go watch it, everyone.
See, but that's the thing, though. If you're going to promise us, like, I can't wait till Titanfall. A lot of people say this. It's not just because the game looks amazing, it's because we're getting back the old Infinity Ward. Respawn, man. We're getting back Respawn. That's the good Infinity Ward, the ones that brought us MW2. The shitty Infinity Ward right now, they're promising you all of this. They said for every single platform on release day, there's going to be dedicated servers. They said that, and there's no dedicated servers just yet. That's bullshit.
Yeah?
If you're going to promise something, you got to fulfill that. Otherwise, you're just a marketing team that's trying to get as much profit as possible, and you're an asshole in the gaming community. They've had a shit ton of issues, and I hate to say this, it's usually Infinity Ward, in my opinion, that makes the better game and the way better campaign. And even this time around, they hired a professional movie writer to actually do their campaign, and people are saying it's a reskin of MW2, the very ending. It's bullshit how they're treating the gaming community, just as it's bullshit how we're treating Bondahar from Treyarch.
Yeah.
I really have no room to comment. I've only ever played the Black Ops games.
Really?
See, I like the original Black Ops 1 because it was innovative, and we've already gone over this. The engine was different. That left room for people to say, well what's Infinity Ward?
I mean, we can't really say that innovation is key to a good game, because if anything, Peter Molyneux taught us that is not true at all.
When it comes to Call of Duty, though, you kind of need it. Otherwise, you're just a reskin of the next game, and we both know that.
You need it to an extent. If Peter Molyneux was in charge of Call of Duty, he would come up with, okay, but you're not shooting a gun. Instead of a gun, you're shooting hateful comments at each other. And these hateful comments don't drain health. Instead, they give you health until you become a bloated sack and can't move. That kind of innovation is...
and there are trees.
Trees! You sit down as a bloat and you plant a tree with your own seed. That's Peter Molyneux's Call of Duty.
It's our own seed. Whoa.
Your own.
I mean, I see what you're saying though, and there's a certain extent to where you're getting away from Call of Duty, but at the same time, you're just leaving proof that you're the reskin of the last game.
Yeah.
And whenever you're saying that gamers that play Call of Duty only aren't true gamers, you just proved most of the Battlefield players that are bigots.
Really good happy medium there. I mean, you look at the leaps between Oblivion to Skyrim, the innovation there. Fantastic innovation. The innovation between Grand Theft Auto 4 Grand Theft Auto 5. That's good innovation. There is...
Oh, San Andreas between GTA 4 even. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's one thing to
Just
claim innovation. It's one thing to claim a reskin, but it's another to actually make a good game that is both true to the nature of the game and has enough new content there to actually consider it a new title in the franchise. And I don't think Call of Duty Ghosts accomplished that. I don't think it's necessarily a reskin, but it did not improve, especially going from the 360 and PS3 to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Even though it's on the 360 and the PS3, you have to make that next-gen leap. You have to do something big, and they didn't.
Exactly, and... what I was getting at, like, I see what you're saying. Like, it has to be true to itself. Otherwise, not only it's the exact opposite of a reskin, it's not even the game anymore. Yeah. But I'm going to tie it up with a bow on, the innovation part here. If you're going to say that it's not a real game, I mean, first off, Blops 1 was totally different from MW2. Blops, Black Ops. It was a totally different campaign, different era. The graphics got worse, in my opinion. And I'm sure people will agree with me some. But you gotta leave room to innovate off of shit, like I said before. If you just want to wait till that person starts innovating and then, be competitive about it, you're kind of selling yourself out there because you're not taking that chance. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Blops 1, but now I'm self-conscious about it. What Black Ops 1 had helped with the gaming community is questioning. Like, they did take a bit more of a leap forward in Call of Duty. It left room for us to say, well, what is Infinity Ward going to come back with? Are they going to do dolphin diving too? Or are they going to do flamethrowers? Or what are they going to do here? And then came back with playable juggernauts. They came back with sliding and COD Ghost. They came back with a bunch of stuff.
They pulled a Peter Molyneux and added dogs.
Yeah, and dogs. And dogs, apparently. Like, I want to talk about COD Ghost, the engine. They said it was going to be beautiful graphics, but I watched a bunch of gameplay from various people. White Boy 7th Street, Drifter,
on the PS4 or
Gamertag. No, just on the 360. Oh. I've watched it from Total Biscuit on the PC. It looks washed out, it looks rushed, and it doesn't look proper. It really doesn't look like a Call of Duty PC version. It looks okay. It's not too washed out. There is major frame rate frame rate drops. According to Total Biscuits, but oh man, damn it, man, couldn't get through a damn.
Try to ignore
it. Look, what their problem is they're being lazy and they're being assholes. They know that that they don't have to capitalize off of doing the right thing. They just what the bad Infinity Ward knows is that the people that are hardcore COD gamers mostly are dumbasses that just want this and that and this and only that, but don't fuck it up too much, and that. That's all they want. They just want Call of Duty, and that's it. And they know if we don't change a bit of it, or we don't make it as high quality, they won't care. Let's just give them an old, washed up COD 4. I was watching Paintball Kitty's video about Wings of Redemption, and that's a totally different topic, and immediately the map was called Blitz. And the starting screen. I thought I was watching COD 4. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. It must be pretty good since it's COD 4. People love COD 4. Nope, it was COD Ghost. They were playing Capture the Flag on Blitz.
Huh.
It looked so washed out. It looked so up in your face. Like it didn't have a field of depth anymore. To me, it just didn't feel right. It felt like garbage. It looked like garbage.
Well, I mean, I don't want to stay too negative for too long. So, closing opinions on Call of Duty Ghost.
Fuck Call of Duty Ghost.
Okay. Well, I don't think either Silent or I have played COD Ghost, but I hate to say it, but based off reviews, I really don't think that there is any need to. And I don't like to base what games I play off of reviews, but it's the least reviewed Call of Duty, or least scored Call of Duty since Call of Duty. No, actually, it's even worse scored than Call of Duty 3. And Call of Duty 3 was so bad.
It was.
It was so bad. How do you get worse than that?
See, Silent. Silent.
Yeah.
Have you ever, what Call of Duties have you played in the past?
Black Ops and Black Ops 2.
Okay. I would, and this is my true opinion, I've heard a lot of people say it, and I really didn't think much about it until they started talking about it. I think Black Ops 2 was probably the best we've seen from Call of Duty. I really think it has been. The hit detection, the graphics itself, I think the player support, other than the last patch of the snipers, I think the community has handled each patch pretty well. In MW3, whenever they nerfed the Type 95, there was a shitload of backlash. I felt bad for Tina. But it was nowhere near as bad as the DSR thing. But I think, to the community, I think people will hate to say it, but I think Black Ops 2 is probably the best we've seen so far.
All right.
And I hope it gets better.
Call of Duty 4.
I like Call of Duty. I won't say it's complete shit, and I doubt either three of us will say so. I like it, but they need to understand that they can capitalize off of stupidity or ignorance, but we won't respect them for it at the same time. We'll buy your game, but we won't respect you.
Yeah.
I would not play Call of Duty if my friend didn't play it.
And that's a big part of it, too, is, you go where your friends are. And a lot of Call of Duty is that camaraderie with your friends. And I think that's probably a big reason that it sells so well, is because that's the major selling point for it, is this is going to be a game where I can jump on, hang out with my friends for a couple of hours.
Yeah, and it's so easy to play anyway.
Yep.
I jumped off of Battlefield 4 last week while watching a podcast. I was like, man, I can't find anybody. And if I do, they're so long range, they're already dead or killed me by the time I get up close. So I switched over to Black Ops 2, got a 54-0 game. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
That's no big deal.
Yeah. Alrighty.
New topic?
Yeah, new topic.
Okay, so if you guys want to, create one, that's cool. But I want to talk about Minecraft a bit more here, and Skyrim, any Elder Scrolls actually.
Skyrim.
You got me interested.
So we all see a lot of mods between any game really that allows it with open source. We see a lot of the mods, and I think it's a great thing. The hot coffee mod may be the exception.
That's
that was
not
a bit,
a mod.
Yeah, it was. Hot coffee mod to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, that was a bit overkill, but
if it's on a console that came on the disc, it's not a mod.
It was on the PC mod, meaning the mod community created it. They not patented, but they developed it, you can call it.
Maybe I'm remembering the story wrong, but I remember someone went into the game on the Xbox and found the same thing.
And it was completely
the nudity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You see,
and I think that, again, my memory might be wrong. I thought that Rockstar originally was saying, oh no, that was a mod, that's the mods, that wasn't us. And then that's why they got the adult rating, because they found out that it was actually on the game.
See, okay, now I know what you mean here. I didn't know that part, but what I was going for was...
Rating. It was a fully clothed sex scene.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
On the PC,
that was the mod part of it. On the console
that makes
one,
sense.
that was on the disc, they were fully closed.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, see, the problem with the mod community is sometimes it goes too far. Sometimes it becomes a hack. The aimbot wasn't always, a bad thing when people didn't know about it. When people started finding out about it on COD 4, they're like, hey, man, that's not cool. You can't do that. And there was this, huge uproar. They started kind of quarantining, and they started banning people that used it. But I think what Minecraft and any Elder Scroll game really has kind of done is they've allowed the mod community to make it even better. And same thing with Grand Theft Auto mods. I really enjoyed the GTA 4 mods. Like, you can become Superman, Iron Man, Batman. You can become a whole other person just through mods and play a whole different campaign, really. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think that if you want to be successful in this market now, as an indie developer, you gotta first allow the community to give you feedback. Like, there's this whole day one incident, or it was day one, right, with Total Biscuit. There's this huge copyright issue between them and Total Biscuit, and if you want to be successful by being an indie developer, you got to allow the community to criticize it. You have to allow open source as soon as it's an available open game in its complete form. And you got to allow the criticism first off. Like, if you're just going to hide it, start striking people down, then you're doing two things. You're making yourself look like an ass, and it's illegal to do so according to the policies on YouTube, because that's an abuse of it. And you're just making yourself look worse, because as soon as Total Biscuit got that strike, he made a video and he pretty much criticized every single flaw in it. He just went up on it, and he told the truth fully. It was a failing Supernatural game. It was a failing indie developer, and they abuse the system by abusing other people when they hear things they don't want to hear. And if you're that kind of developer, you're not going to be successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I'd like to take this podcast in a different direction real quick.
Don't you want?
Yeah.
Go on.
Aside from talking about the way that mods affect games, all-time favorite mod for a game, go.
Okay, so I'd have to say Mo Creatures on Minecraft.
That is a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
That adds a lot to the game.
Yeah, like back in 1.7, I think.
Oh, even earlier. Mo Creatures is one of the early mods in Minecraft.
See, it added so much, because when I first started playing Minecraft on 1.8 beta, I was scared of spiders, man, and creepers, and zombies, and skeletons. I'm like, oh shit, man, I really don't want to fight an Enderman. Like, seriously, if I turn this corner and I'm mining, I'm going to be pissed if it's a creeper. Like, I was legitimately fearful of the game because there's so much you don't know about it. And whenever I added that mod, it created so much more of an, like, okay, what's outside my door right now?
Yeah.
Do I have to have played the mod?
Not necessarily.
Just Skyrim
if you liked it, there.
I've seen... Really?
Yeah, Skyrim decks.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're discounting games that were created through modding. We're skipping out on DayZ, on Dota, on things like that.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, that's a big one. Counter-Strike, back in the day, everyone played Counter-Strike.
No, there were don't say that. Back in the day, before Call of Duty, there were Counter-Strike players and there were Halo players.
That's
what it was back in the day.
Well, everyone that I knew played both.
Really? Because in mine it was a very heated.
Really?
A very heated topic.
It's kind of like back, a couple years ago, there was the Halo 3 versus Gears of War thing. I just played both. Maybe that's just a reflection on me, and I don't care about that stuff. But I played both. I always played both. And Black Mesa, a fantastic mod for Half-Life 2. If you don't know, it's basically they recreate Half-Life 1 with the Half-Life 2 engine. And it's fantastic.
Are you ever going to finish that?
Yes. Yes, I am. But the reason that I haven't continued it is because when views continually dip down, I like to give it a while to cool down, and I just haven't gone back to it.
I see. So, yeah, I saw you on Fridays with Foster, and I kind of like how you touched on the, like how it's not that you are quitting YouTube, it's just that you're kind of letting the dip go its own route and then coming back at you. Yeah. I kind of like how you're going that way, but at the same time, I really am thinking of going... well, first off, what's your favorite mod, Foster? I want to say this before we move on to the next topic. We'll move on to the next topic later. Like, I have the next topic. It's okay. Go on.
All right. My favorite mod?
Okay.
Gigantic asses in Skyrim.
Jesus Christ, man. What is it for you people?
Have you seen that?
Mom is actually okay, and yours just like big dicks, asses. Like, what the fuck, man?
No, well, hey, this is this a gaming podcast or is this a comedy podcast?
It can be both, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. That joke is old.
Think about it. There's nothing scarier than, sneaking around
my
a dungeon
favorite
in
Bond of all
Skyrim,
time
and then
is
all of a
from-
sudden you turn a corner and bam, there's a dick in your face.
That's true. I've dealt with that in Outlast. Now, honestly, it's probably the most simple mod I've ever used. It's Timber. I love the Timber mod in Minecraft.
There's nothing
You cut
scarier
down
than
the
a
bottom-
surprise dick.
Cut down a tree, dicks fall out.
Oh God.
That was the worst Christmas ever.
Outlast proves that. Surprise dicks are the scariest thing.
They are.
Scary dicks. How many more times can I say dicks? This podcast. Who knows?
Okay, so
The state of American poop.
no.
What was it I said in that
stop.
Fridays with Foster? I'll touch on the current state of poop in America.
Let me know when you're free to.
Constipated.
What?
This is pointless.
What?
What? What?
Wait, what are we talking about, Ethan? I don't know what we're talking about.
Six more dicks.
Why were you saying this is Are you singing? GreyShamrock is going to break out in song.
Of course, this is pointless, and I am moving on to the next topic.
Okay.
Is it top hats?
All right. Better than Justin Bieber, Jay-Z, Jay-Z. No, Jay-Z actually is good. Justin Bieber, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus combined. I'm better than all of them, so go fuck yourself if you like them.
Does
Wow.
anybody like...
Maybe I should edit that part out. That was a bit hard.
That was a little
was a bit
harsh,
harsh.
and that's why you should keep
I'll
it
edit
in.
that part out.
No, you got
I'll
to
edit
keep it in.
that part
You
out.
got to keep it in.
I'm not doing... Okay.
I mean, we kept in that... Shoot, what was it? We kept in something in one of the earlier podcasts that I thought definitely should have been kept out. Now I think no editing crap out unless it's really bad.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
It's, I mentioned someone, yeah.
Yeah.
I pissed that kid off. He quit YouTube. That's hilarious.
What?
What?
Anyway, so, new topic?
Yeah, new topic.
Okay, so, I've mentioned this in the past podcast, but let's talk about the comments. The comments
Ugh.
in YouTube now, like the actual section itself.
Yeah, let's talk about how people I can't reply to that leave comments. Let's talk about
Let's also talk about how the people who leave hate comments are now the most popular.
And let's talk about how I can't see certain comments that people leave because it's marked as spam for a reason that I don't understand.
Yeah, here's the thing. And I was watching a podcast earlier today, and he said that whenever there's a new update, people find a reason to bitch about it. And to an extent, that's true. Whenever there's an update, people... I really don't like the new homepage. I really don't like no one likes the new sub boxes. I really don't like the homepage, like I said, because... Or the subscribe button. That's an obvious one. I like it on top, not on the bottom.
I like
of the
when
video.
you can customize
Don't
it.
you find one?
Exactly. It's not just a banner.
It's confirmed. Gray likes it on top.
Of course. Now, now with this comment section though, I am behind the. I'm a part of the multilateral force here, saying it's shit.
Yeah.
Because it is. It really is. If I'm going to leave a hate comment on Boogie2998's video, like I love the guy, he's an awesome guy. I love his content as well. But if I'm going to leave a hate comment just to see how easy it is to get on top, dude, I will, and I'm going to be up top.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like the number one guy. Because you know why? Because it's the most active now. And it's bullshit how they don't even mind the community. Because you know what they're going off of? They're going off of vlog communities. They're going off of Google+. They want people that are getting the most attention to be on the top where they can receive it. And what's really pissing me off is that the top comments are no longer top comments. They're just the comments at the very top because they're getting the most, comments saying, oh, well, dude, you're a cancerous piece of shit. Go home.
That
It's a hater
reminds me.
that gets all the attention. And for the gaming community, it's totally different from a vlogger. Someone like Jenna Marbles, someone can talk about her boobs, and that's a positive thing, People will love that conversation.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, but over here on the gaming side, I can call Boogie or Wings of Redemption a fat fuck, and I'm at the top already. Within an hour, I've received a bunch of notifications via email. And I find it bullshit that they're just letting it happen like this. Like, really? Come on. You guys are dumbasses.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just got sent, speaking of comments, someone posted a comment of a penguin with an enormous dick. They drew it with the dollar sign.
Okay.
That's talented, though.
It is.
It's made out of money.
And
Why would this be posted? But, man, talk about bad comments, and this is what happens. I don't know if I want to talk about what I really hate about the comments now, because it's going to happen.
Your comments are full of dicks.
Now they are.
Literal and figurative.
Every time someone gives my comment a thumbs up, I don't want it sent to my inbox.
yeah.
It gets sent to my inbox. When I go to my inbox, I want to see people who subscribe, people who sent me a message, people who left a comment on my video. I don't want to see, this guy gave your comment a thumbs up 300 times. I leave good comments. I get a lot of thumbs up on my comments. I'm not going to leave them anymore because I'm sick and tired of that.
See, I like how you're talking about it, complaining, and I'm liking your videos as we speak, trying to find the one you're talking about. I'm liking it as we speak.
Yeah, the penis is, You know, I'm going to try to post it in the Skype chat so you can see.
Please do. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it for the life of me. Jesus, man. Now, one thing I want to go off of is
there good
the inbox. Logan? Like, it's broken now. I know what you're talking about, and inbox is now broken. Okay, so it's no longer just sub boxes that are...
Loving all of it.
I mean, silent.
Was this a comment on the video of this podcast, or?
Wait, what?
Should I post this on the comment section so everyone can see how broken this is?
Sure.
Oh, boy. That's big old penguin dick.
I just don't like how... I mean, one guy was talking about... I can't remember. I think it was another YouTuber, but he said, oh, God, this is... Oh, God. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ,
Does it fold in on itself?
Oh, my God. Okay, we're getting off of this. Literally. Get it?
Greg's getting off on this. Wow. Confirmed. Greg gets off on penguin dick.
I don't get off on that. Anyway. One guy was saying on Twitter that Google should have a community manager. But at the same time, use Bondahar as an example. Every single update, and I mean every single one, not just if it's an actual... Like on Blops 2, if it was like an actual update, like one that we really needed, like target binders were nerfed, people will love that community manager. People will be sending him more positive than negative or feedback. But with Google and YouTube, it's not going to be positive. Because there's always, with the mass population on YouTube, always finding a reason to bitch about the update, it's going to be 90% hate and 10% positive, just by sheer number of volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are the silent majority and the very loud minority.
I am the majority.
Yeah, you are the majority.
Yeah.
But I am legion.
See, what I also don't like is how they treat the community right now. They don't give a flying fuck about us. But at the same time, I don't want to put some guy or some woman up against death threats. Nobody wants to do that, really.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, it could help the community overall, but I wouldn't want to burden someone with that.
Yeah, you'll help a lot of... This is what... utilitarianism, I believe. You help the vast majority, but you kind of do a disfavor to that one minority, that one person. Basically, you try your best to do the best for everyone.
Yeah.
But not you never get that.
Ding 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 ding. We have a special guest arriving. Ding 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 ding. Logan is dumb. Oh wait, that's just this Skype name I have for you. Logan.
Damn it, Foster.
Why is Brogan here?
Alright, welcome to the podcast.
You don't have to talk about his ponies.
One Stray Sheep. So, we were just touching on YouTube comments, and you left me Penguin, and I thought that was...
Oh, he did. Wow, well done. This is some good art.
It was fantastic. Where did you get that?
Is its dick collapsing in on itself?
No, you just have to full screen to view it properly.
Ah.
But, My friend sent me that last night, completely at random. I mean, we weren't even talking. I was busy playing RuneScape with a couple other friends, and suddenly notification pops up on Skype, and I'm like, oh, that friend sent me a message. I haven't talked to him in a couple days. Penguin.
Dick Penguin.
Right.
What a good way to greet your friends, eh?
Are we,
He's like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm saying give him a penguin dick.
So have we pretty much wrapped up the comments section of this podcast?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I just you can make a bunch of people happy, but I don't want that kind of weight to be on one person. I think that's what we can all agree on.
Yeah. Well,
So
I don't know.
because, I mean, yeah. Let's just tie it up with a bow real quick. You can help a lot of people. You know, one person can love a bunch of other people, but I don't want a bunch of other people to hate on that one person.
I'd volunteer to be the Google community manager. I bet it pays well.
I'm sure it does too, but at the same time, you know, people will send you, like, Vonderhaar walks around with at least 2 bodyguards.
What if you're an anonymous community member? What if you are, like, the Batman community manager? Like, I'm
like, if you were anonymous for being... Like, if you were the community manager and you were anonymous for it, like, you know, your name that was never given away, I would like that.
That would be awesome.
You know.
Google, we just gave
like
you
Vonderhaar,
the idea. You become G-Man. No, wait, no, that's
yeah. Oh, I wouldn't... Okay, so
Google
onto
Man.
Twitch. Onto Twitch, Ustream, Justin.tv, etc. I was going to say this earlier before, like, when I interrupted you, but I've said this in the past podcast last week. I'm really thinking of just... If Twitch goes video on demand really well, they will really, really take over YouTube. And the problem, though, is because the mobile thing. I don't think they have the best mobile app at all. They really don't. And that being said, they'll never be able to pass up Google. But I think if they get it to a higher standard than what it is right now,
I think the real issue...
I really think they could help themselves.
The real issue with Twitch is it doesn't really accommodate scripted pieces. You know, it doesn't accommodate machinima. It doesn't accommodate anything that, I guess, takes a lot of editing effort. If you're a Let's Player, strictly a Let's Player, it's wonderful. But if you want to branch out, like, I couldn't do Fridays with Foster on Twitch. I tried. It's not something that I can do. And that's the only issue with it. If they allow you to upload pre-edited videos, if they try to become a live stream service that has, you know, like a video on demand service on the side, it's going to take over big time. Maybe not take over YouTube, but take over a large chunk of the Let's Players in the video game community. But
right, yeah, I totally see.
As it stands right now, I can't do a machinima on Twitch. I can't do Fridays with Foster on Twitch. There's a lot that I can't do. And that's a big reason that I'm not that into Twitch right now. And that's why I still stick with YouTube. It's kind of, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like not Stockholm Syndrome. I was going to say something offensive though. So thank you. I feel like this is Stockholm Syndrome. That YouTube keeps holding me hostage, but I love it because it allows me to do what I want to do.
Yeah, I see what you mean, and I can agree with you to an extent, though. The last part is, I mean, the first part where they're holding you hostage, in your case, that's true. I mean, you make some income off of YouTube, but in my case, I can give I can't, I'm not going to curse that much, but I can't care. I really don't have to. I don't have to care about YouTube anymore.
Fuck the fucking fuckers.
If they're really going to, you know, not give us a flying fuck about the community and they're just going to do whatever they want, force their own software on you, I don't have respect for you. And I don't care if my main, you know, editing branch is on you. I'll be a Let's Player. I don't care. I did that in the past, and I'll still do it. Yeah. I don't care if you are holding me hostage because of my income. I don't make income off of you, so fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Logan,
if you are going to force software on your own people and not listen to any of their opinions, whether negative or positive, or not even, you know, listen to the feedback, it's just algorithms. It's bullshit. And if you're going to do that, who's to stop an actual human being from listening to a robot? No one. No one's going to stop me from not listening to a robot.
Yeah.
Fuck Google. I love Google, but I hate Google Plus, and I hate what they're doing to YouTube.
Yeah. Logan?
Yes?
You've been quiet. Any opinions on this?
Well,
I mean, how have you been liking the YouTube update as well? I want to know more about that.
I absolutely hated it. I mean,
yes, I know.
It's stupid. I mean, I'm not a person that makes money off of YouTube. I have less than 20 subscribers, so, but
almost 100.
Yeah, thank you. But anyway, looking at the new comment section, the first day it appeared, I'm like, what the hell is this? Why is this? Like, I could already tell that it was laid out differently just from looking at it. And I noticed there's a drop-down arrow, and it separates it into like 2 or 3 things. I think it's just 2 top comments and most recent comments in which to organize the comment section by. And the default is set to top comments. I don't want to see the top comments. I want to see recent comments. I don't care if it's on my own videos, on Foster's videos, or on a video that gets like millions of comments a day. I want to see the most recent. I want to see conversations people are having. I don't want to see some stupid forum layout at the bottom of the page.
Right, and that's where someone will cut you off and say, well, no, you can see the actual active conversations. But then you can also counter their counter by saying, well, no, I can go onto some other YouTuber, like some overweight person, or, no, I can go onto Yoda Slayer's channel and say, oh, he deserved to die. And guess what? I will be the most active comment on that channel for the entirety of that week until the next video is uploaded.
Yeah.
Well, then...
And that's how it is. And it's shitty the way it is. It really is. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, especially when you look at... I mean, obviously the reason that it's a top comment is because of the outpour of positive comments, but
right.
Then you're giving more light to the negative than the positive. And the way they used to do it is the negative comments would be hidden, and you would only see the positive ones.
Right, and now your chat is essentially endorsing it. And, of course, no one wants to... You know, whenever I see a cancerous comment, there's no flag for spam anymore. I don't think there is, but if there is, please tell me. There's no more flag. I can only mute them personally. And what they need to do is be like Twitch. And sorry to cut either of you off. I want to hear what more of Logan's opinions are on it. But what they need to do is they need, for the life of them, to have fucking chat moderation in their chat. That's what they need to do. Whether, like, if I'm offline YouTube for that day, I can put Foster's email in, like, Foster the Canadian at whatever.com. Whatever his email is, I can put that in, a certain setting, just like how Twitch has
just
for editors.
So I can clarify.
Moderate my chat.
My email is not that obvious.
It's not at all. But just to moderate each other's chat, that's what we would do. But no, let's just make it shitty. Logan, well... What would you suggest, Logan, other than this? Like, other than revert to the old one, what would you suggest to just get rid of hate overall? Or just limit it as much as possible?
Well, to limit the amount of exposure that negative comments get, they should either introduce a form of moderation or bring back the ability to flag for spam. Because the ability to flag for spam, even if people were flagging positive comments or comments that were completely... Like they were, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they're supposed to be there. Comments that are
relevant.
Yeah, that's it. Relevant comments. Like even if those things get flagged for spam, it doesn't matter. Enough people mark them as not spam, that gets returned. Enough people don't, it's still flagged for spam, but who cares anyway? They can just type up the comment again if they wanted.
Yeah.
But the way it is now, you can report comments, but that doesn't mean they'll be taken down.
Exactly. And Google is Google. They can give away 90% of their wealth, still be some of the richest people on Earth.
Well,
but at the same time, they don't care about the community because they don't have to.
Well, yeah, they're
just trying to keep Google Plus, a dying social network, alive.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if it's so much as they just don't care, but when you have a community that is as large as the Google community is, it's very difficult to
moderate it.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't think that they're making strides in the right direction.
Yeah. Silent, I want to hear your opinion more on it. Like
YouTube comment? I'm not leaving any more comments.
Yeah.
Fuck Google Plus.
Well, any update, really. Like, I rarely...
No, I haven't seen a comment from Silent since the update because he's just stopped. It's too difficult.
He's silent. He's silent. That's why. He's silent.
Yeah.
Well, Silent, what would you propose to counter this shitty update.
Burn them to the
Burn
ground.
them. I would endorse that if that was legal and possible.
I wouldn't endorse that, considering
Fire's always
they're
possible.
kind of...
If it was legal and possible.
No, no, listen, just because something's legal doesn't make it all right. You think about it, adultery is legal. That doesn't make it the right thing to do.
It's always hey, it's always the right thing to do.
No, do not endorse this. The Pro Perks Podcast
Listen
does
to
not
Daddy
endorse
Silent.
adultery.
Listen to him.
Put it in. Do
This
it.
man knows.
The views and
What
opinions of the Silent Despair are not the views and opinions of the Pro Perks podcast community.
There we go.
The man has spoken.
What?
I have spoken.
But we don't
I
give it a
endorse
stamp of approval, though. Not all of us, apparently.
Anyway, I have something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Another way they could improve this is by reinstating a character limit on comments. Because comments they're literally endless scroll now.
I know, you can make like a penguin with a dick, you know? Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
you can do... that's all I've seen since the update. I've seen nothing but spam of ASCII art as the top comment on every video.
Although I believe in the message that this Bob has, if you've seen him, Bob is the guy with the tank. I hate Bob. I do. I hate... And Bob didn't start out as this anti-YouTube. Bob has been on the internet for a long time now.
Yeah,
and only now
He
he's appearing
deserves
on
to be able
YouTube.
to speak his opinion.
But yeah, like, I'm not saying bring back the 500 character limit that they used to have, because I admit, that's a little short. I mean, I've had times where I would go to type out a really long, well thought out comment only to find myself 20 characters over the limit. But maybe double it to like 1,000 characters, but still keep that cap there so people can't spam images.
Right. As well as that, I would like to say that if they're going to copy and paste, or just paste, they shouldn't be able to paste like more than 20,
I once saw the entire Constitution of the United States of America pasted.
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. Now, what I will say is, if they're going to be able to post YouTube or any kind of video format of a link, like to Twitch or whatever the case may be, they have to. There has to be an image and a title, because people are posting screamers, they're posting porn, they're posting all this shit that's illegal according to the policies, and it's uncontrollable. Right now, I know 3 YouTubers that are on the verge of just turning off comments for that reason. They're just, for every one helpful comment, they're seeing 3 porn comments. That's exactly what Drifter, one of the YouTubers I'm talking about, has tweeted out. He said, if this continues, I'm just going to stop comments altogether on my channel.
I'm not sure I entirely agree with that. Like, I understand that it sends a message, but I'd rather just not pay attention to comments than turn them off.
Well, no, I don't... Look, for someone that's, like, in the comments section, because for each community, it's different. Like, if we go to a Minecraft community, most likely it's going to be, someone under the age of 15, and they're just going to leave like, oh, good content, or hey, I like this episode, build like a bigger bridge, build a dragon, etc. But if you go onto like, Mr. Suicide Sheep or Monster Cat or Tasty Cat Network, you're going to see really well thought out comments, because people who are listening to music have that sort of emotional attachment to it, if that makes any sense. Because if they want to leave that kind of comment, say, oh man, this song really helps motivate me, that's a brilliant thing, and that's where I don't like the 500 character limit. Because I see people like, post these really short comments and get a bunch of likes, versus the people that get like, a very well thought out and get like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's the whole too long didn't read thing.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like, for each community it's different, because like what I said before, like if you go onto Mr. I can't say his name. Mr. Suicide Sheep's channel, you're gonna see that not only
no offense, Strace.
No affiliation.
not only is it like really different, like not IQ but attention span wise, it's very different, like intellectual wise. I'm just gonna say intellectual. That's it. It doesn't have to deal with being stupid. It's just that being intellectual. Because say again.
I said, you know what they say? Your attention span's only as long as your dick.
Does that mean people with ADHD have?
What did you just say?
Yep.
I guess so. Yes, so. He said...
Oh, wait a second.
But
What were we talking
I
about?
think altogether, the updates.
We're talking about dicks.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah, Solar.
Okay, you two, what the hell is this? Why are you suggesting Eminem Vivo for me? I don't like Eminem. The only Vivo channel I've ever gone to is Queen. Why the hell would you recommend that?
Freddie Mercury for the win.
Let's talk about music for a minute. Like, we generally try and stick to gaming community, and we have. But let's talk about music real quick.
Well, okay, here, I want to...
found, like, okay, sorry, go ahead. I want to hear...
Now that we're moving into music, away from the comment section thing, I want to bring something back up. When you mentioned YouTubers disabling comments, there's a DJ that I follow on YouTube, The Living Tombstone. He does the music for the Ass Stuff videos. He also does... he does a lot of electronica, stuff like that, and even some pony-related music. He completely disabled. He tweeted out that he completely disabled comments. He posted a short video about it. It's like a minute long of him explaining why he did it. And he did it because he doesn't know how volatile this new system is yet. Like he wants to see it on other people's channels before he re-enables it on his channel because of how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, and the whole thing with like different communities is. Foster screaming.
He lit himself
I set him on fire.
I heard the lighter go off. Okay, we'll let him come back when he's alive. Silent, if you could give him back his soul.
Sorry.
I had to put out a fire.
Sorry.
Silent, come on, Silent.
It's not my fault.
Okay, I should probably explain what just happened. Right?
Please do, because I'm the one playing with the lighter, and somehow you're the one setting yourself on fire.
Okay, I'll go on about the topic in a minute. Foster, go ahead and tell us what happened.
So, I don't own a lighter, and I'm going to be honest here. With my window closed, I fart quite a bit. I decided to light a scented candle, but I don't have a lighter, so I was lighting it by turning on the stovetop and then lighting a toothpick. And then putting the toothpick into, like, it's a candle, like, in a big jar, and it's melted down quite a bit. And I kept, like, reaching in, and then it would burn my fingers, and I'd drop the toothpick, and then it would go out, and I'd be like, damn it. So I had to keep trying, and I got it lit, and I'm like, okay, that's good. And I forgot that there's, like, 15 toothpicks in the candle wax, and they all just went up at the same time. And the jar is black now, and there's smoke all over my... I'm good, though.
Okay, so the whole community thing. The thing about each community, like I said before, is each community is different in the general population. You know, people go from the gaming to the music and to the vlogging. Yeah, that's a normal thing. It's like traveling state to state or country to country. It happens.
I don't travel state to state.
Nobody cares, Foster.
Wow.
Now the thing about this is whenever you disable comments on the gaming community, you may not be harming it as much as the music side, because I keep going back to the music side, because I've seen so much on the music side where people actually have a civil conversation about it, or funny conversations for that matter. And if you're going to take away that, you're taking away like a whole nother spectrum of it that the gaming community side may not have.
Yeah, it smells like burnt. Sorry, I can't concentrate.
It's cool.
It's so...
fire.
What the hell? I didn't think they would catch on fire, to be honest with you.
It's wood, Foster. Wood burns. You play Minecraft, you should know that.
But it was, like, melted into the wax.
What a flesh.
Flesh, yeah. Man, it smells like the old days when I used to camp. I never camped.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. We just cut that out? That whole fire?
No, it's alright. No, I kind of like it. It's alright. Keep it.
Oh,
it'll be a special thing, mate. It'll be a special thing.
Pro Perks Podcast is on fire this week.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're
Okay.
burning the midnight oil.
You know what? I'd like to bring up something that a problem that I've had in my real life, if that's alright.
Go ahead.
So, I haven't always had a cell phone. I got it very recently, and I've been using it to, when I go on my walks, it's usually the most boring thing in the world. Now it's wonderful because I can talk to my friends while I walk. One thing I need to work on, though, is I don't have a filter on what I say in public. So I'll just be talking to my friends, and I'll be saying ridiculous stuff while I'm walking down the street, Silence laughing because he knows what's coming. And I don't even...
Wait. Before you go on, are we going to hear Fostantania say, shit, dick, bitch, fuck?
Oh, no, it's not like swearing. It's just ridiculous stuff. I was talking to Silent. I went to buy soap, and I'm going down the aisle, and it's fairly crowded at the store that I'm in.
I know what he's going to say. Go ahead.
I'm walking down the aisle, and Silent was talking about... a quote from, what is it, Family Guy?
Yes.
Stop trying to make Hitler work.
Yep.
And then we got into like a weird conversation on how that would fit if it was a robotic Hitler. And then I'm walking down the soap aisle, walking by a bunch of people, and I said, yeah, but where the hell am I going to get a giant robot Hitler? And everyone looked at me, and I'm like, wait a second, this is a... Uh-oh. There's a whole thing about Mr. Peanut sitting on my soul, and I say a lot of weird things. I know Stray, we had a little game where I'd walk up to random people, and you'd tell me to
walk
say
away
something
from them.
And one thing is, Silent said, what you need to do is when you get to the store, walk up to a guy, ask him if he works there, and then just walk away. And I'm like, that sounds funny. I'm going to do that. And then like 20 minutes later, I get to the store, and they're having a conversation. I walk up to a guy that's working there. I go, excuse me, do you work here? He goes, yeah, can I help you? And then I start to walk away, and he goes, sir, can I help you? Sir, do you need help? And I'm like, I didn't think that he would start trying to talk back. And he was like walking behind me, and I'm like, I need to speed up now. So now I'm speed walking through the store. And I look like a complete weirdo, and it's the same place that I said, where am I going to get a giant robot Hitler? So everyone knows me as like this crazy man with this giant beard walking around shouting crazy things. And here's the worst part is I don't like holding a phone up to my ear so people don't see that I'm talking to someone on the phone. They think I'm just shouting, especially because like I wear what are they, like earbuds. And they go down my sideburns through my beard and into my jacket. So
that's like the best thing ever. Like, yeah, man, they go through my sideburns, through my beard. Yeah, best facial hair ever.
They're black.
They're cooler
black,
in there,
so
too.
you can't see them in contrast with the beard. So it really looks like I'm just walking down the street shouting insanity at myself. And I need to work on that, and that is my project.
I don't think
you need to work on walking down the street and hugging people.
You just gave me an idea.
That makes some good content.
That I hope will make into the podcast.
You need to go to that store, ask them if they work there, and then give them a hug.
I don't
I think I have a picture of Foster saved.
You have many pictures. It's easy to get pictures of me. It's very easy. I'm everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you would want to
be everywhere.
Yeah.
So, very difficult to get pictures of me.
It is difficult. I do have a picture of you.
But that is for exploit.
All we have is concept art of the Grim Reaper. That's the closest we can get to. So
that's very true.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to provide us, then go ahead.
No, Foster knows what happens when people see me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's really creepy is the picture he's using on Skype right now.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
That's me.
That's him.
That's you.
You can see, if you look like near the center of the picture, like just a little bit above the center, you see his right eye, and if you go a little bit further, you see his left eye just glowing very faintly in the dark.
I don't know why my eyes do that. My eyes do that.
Oh, yeah. See, I know you have an awesome beard, so if we can get some illumination on that next time, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I do believe your lighting is very poor. I think if you add more lighting, you'd be good.
I don't think you understand. Light doesn't refract off of him.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
You see, I don't think that it is. I think it's pure evil.
I think it's awesome.
And that glowing green thing?
New topic.
Okay. Anyone else have a funny story this week?
I'm going to have a funny image in a couple minutes.
Is it a giant robot Hitler?
That's great for an audio podcast.
No, Silent,
Yeah,
but
it is.
it's related.
Wonderful. Thanks a
It's
lot
related
for
to a
being
giant
so-
robot Hitler?
It is related to a giant robot Hitler.
Dude,
It's a giant robot Hitler pony.
New topic.
Oh my god, new topic. Okay, so who has a good topic?
We're going off the rails a little bit here, so I think I'll speak up on a new topic.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so in hockey,
No one knows anything about hockey.
No one's gonna know what you're
I
talking
said
about.
no because I know everyone's like, oh, Foster, what's...
Yeah, we're all gonna talk trash to him. Like, no, nobody wants to hear about it. He stopped like 3 minutes ago after you said no, never mind. No one's gonna want to hear about it. And we're still talking mess to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you actually have a topic?
I do actually have a topic. And
Okay, I got one
it's
too,
something
whenever-
that I've been working on for the past couple of months that actually Logan and I will be working on very shortly after this podcast, hopefully. And then I'm...
You just said you were sleeping after the podcast.
Yeah, but I've got...
So you guys gonna sleep together or
It's
some
like
bullshit?
10 minutes, okay?
Yeah, okay.
What I'm going to be doing is getting lines from him because my machinima is now past the writing part, and now we're into audio recording. And then we'll be headed on to actually recording footage from Halo 4. So it's now completely written for the entire first season. Very excited. I got some kind of shocking things written down that I don't think people will expect.
Let me tell you something.
And we're going to give you a teaser right now. Logan?
Let me tell you something. Before you do, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If we were on Google Plus, still, on Google Hangouts, I would have spammed the hell out of that sound effect of people clapping.
Okay.
Would it be a bunch of, would
Well
it be
done.
a sea of one?
Go
Let's
ahead.
all just clap right now. Come on, everyone clap. Woo! This is just me clapping.
That's pity. That's a pity clap right there. You're clapping for yourself. That's
Yeah.
awful.
Okay, Logan.
Yeah.
It's time for the teaser. Repeat your line.
1 second. I'm almost done here.
You forget it's one line, Logan.
No, I didn't forget it. I'm working very hard on this image.
He's acting,
God,
dog.
dang it. Wait, are you a method actor for this one line? I wonder if that's something that exists, like method actors that only play extras.
Okay, one sec. I'll set him on fire.
Yeah, go set them on fire. Now, Logan.
Yeah.
Your one line.
My one line. Do I have to?
Apparently not.
Oh, really? Okay.
Moving on, next topic.
Okay, so I want to talk about Battlefield 4 and the next Halo.
Alrighty.
There's gonna be another
Okay,
one.
so,
Fuck it, and it's
I don't know. Is it?
What? I'm excited for the next Halo. I don't care what you say.
See, I'm like in the COD community. Like, people will say the same thing, but I'll be like, no, I'm kind of excited for it, or the exact opposite. So, please tell me why you're excited for it, Foster.
I'm excited for it just because I'm a big fan of the lore of Halo. I love the gameplay, and I love the amount of community-driven things that they have for it. I mean, there are games that the community is coming up with that they're fantastic games. The community is really driving Halo right now, and it's creating new maps, new games, and 343 is really embracing that. There was a mod going around, which I've shown quite a bit of on Halo 4, which allows you to be a giant flood infection form. And it's fantastic. And instead of snuffing it out and putting an end to it, 343 went, no, this is actually really cool. And they allowed the use of it. And they even turned one of the other mods into a playlist so that you could play Mini Slayer against other people in a ranked match. And I love that. I love that a console company is looking at what a very small mod community has done for their game and embraced it. And that's why I'm excited for the next Halo. Not because...
Would you say that they're doing better than Bungie at this time overall?
Oh, I don't think I can say that. I mean, again, Bungie had 4 games, 5 if you include ODST, and 343's had 1.
Okay, well, what about the community? Like, do you think they're doing better with that, or?
I think they're embracing the community maybe a little bit more, but I think they have to. I think that they have to embrace the community because the community was so against them to start, and
Yeah, I remember
It'd
that.
be very difficult for them to be like, no, we don't embrace the community. Grr, we're mad at everyone. It would kill them. And I think that they're going along the right track. Maybe not as far as the story goes, but again, I'm not going to judge it based on one story in the game. I'm going to wait for what they have planned. Because it is interesting what they've done, the choices that they've made to further the Halo storyline. And this is a minor spoiler, but they set up this thing where humans coexisted with the main bad guy now thousands and thousands of years ago, and there was this human war, and somehow we became what we are now. And I like that concept. They could have gone with, no, they are humans that are now different, or whatever, which everyone expected them to do, but I like that they went with this road. Instead of the humans being the Forerunners, the humans worked alongside the Forerunners, and something happened. And I haven't looked too much into the backstory of it, but I haven't read the books about it, but I like that is the route that they chose.
Basically, ancient humans were super dicks.
Pretty much, yeah, I like that.
They just went, fuck everything.
So I finished my image when you guys are ready.
Okay.
By all means.
By all means.
It's entirely related to the story Foster told us.
What, you mean like... Foss Nazi! What the hell? What? Okay.
Oh, God.
What? Show and folder. What is this? What? 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 Why? What?
You need to make that your spray in Team Fortress.
What?
Yeah, you need to embrace it now. Foster's a Nazi. Foster's a Nazi.
No.
Everyone chant it. Foster's a Nazi.
That might
Foster's a
actually
Nazi.
be
Foster's a
Nazi.
Nazi.
Where did you find
Foster,
that
you're a
picture
Nazi.
of me?
Foster, when have you been? How long have you been a Nazi? Can you tell
I
us?
know.
The one you used to use as your YouTube image.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke. That was me. And
Foster, how long have you been a Nazi? Can you tell us? Oh, okay, he's not denying it. Okay, well, can you tell us, like, what exactly got you into being a Nazi? Were you born a Nazi, or did someone inspire you to?
How could you cut out the Stanley Cup and replace it with a swastika? How? Why would you do this? There was a Canadian flag flowing green.
Do you and your brethren, who are also Nazis, embrace the Stanley Cup as a Nazi symbol?
No!
Would you?
No!
Why not? Aren't you a Nazi?
No!
Hey, I'll tweet it out now.
No!
Yes!
Everyone,
Is there
hey,
anything I doesn't know?
yeah, Silent does, just tweet out hashtag FossNazi.
What?
Alert.
Foster's broken now.
Foster is a Nazi.
So instead of reading the line that I worked on the machinima that I worked on,
You made.
Nazi.
Logan.
Now you know Logan's opinion of you.
Alright, I tweeted.
You need to work him up to disturbing that Indian family's dinner.
What? What? What?
Which at this time they probably are eating dinner.
What?
Go on, Foster, do it.
What have you done, Logan?
What have I done?
He's exposed you. You're a phony. Hey, you're a phony, mate. You're a phony. Oh, God.
I'm deleting this.
Hail, giant robo
like this being on my computer.
Eat on your computer? The computer is mine. Or this computer is mine.
So, Foster, did you claim our computer LAN download files in the name of Hitler or in the name of pre-swastika Germany?
What?
Or pre-democracy Germany?
Did you bring democracy to your computer, Foster?
I'm not even the.
Whenever we downloaded that file, did you claim that land in the name of Hitler or in the name of pre-democracy Germany?
Katamari Damacy, what?
Foster, why are you a racist?
What? What?
Look, I watch a podcast called Painkiller already, and they have a racist co-host. I think we just found our racist co-host.
Oh no!
Racist lefty, racist Foster, Fosnosti. So, how long have you been a racist, by the way? Since you were like 14, 15, I think, is what you put in the
before
chat.
that, he was a
I put in the chat.
Yeah, it says right here. It says, let me read the chat here.
I never should have
Foster
posted
the
that.
Canadian added Logan. Logan asked, "Am I supposed to hop in?" And Foster said, "Yup." And then Logan posted that image. And afterwards, you said, "Look, guys, I'm not really a Nazi, but I am a Foss Nazi ever since I was the age of, I think that says 14 and a half. It has that little 1/2. So I think you've been a Nazi for quite a while. Have you ever like questioned it, or do you just go with it and embrace it?
I feel like there's going to be a cut-up version of this podcast that makes me look really bad.
I hope we have that.
Like, it's going to go from, how long have you been a Nazi, to, where am I going to find a giant robot?
Oh, 10-minute leap of that then.
What?
So Foster, I got a question. Have you ever had, like, to find a piece of equipment, but you just couldn't find it?
Yeah?
What would you say to yourself then?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know what?
What?
999.
I can't find it?
You don't know where to, or what?
What? What kind of question is
like,
this?
you know what I mean? Like, whenever you're trying to find a good mic for the rendering or the acting,
Yes.
and you can't find it, are you ever like, man, I can't find it, or do you, like, what do you do?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say.
Young man, how long?
Trying to get you, I don't know where to find,
Sure,
so that way I can edit it together.
I don't know where to find. What?
I got it. Got it.
Yeah, you
got it.
it.
I can make them racist now. I'm gonna get right on that. Now.
You thought George Washington died of AIDS.
See that? I never said such a thing. You're a liar. All right, so he set up at time of 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I'll just go to that after. Get what I need.
I'm a democracy-loving man.
That's what they all say, dude.
No, I don't think they do.
Look, Foster, we know you're a racist. As you can see, that's your profile picture on Facebook.
What?
We know. Oh my God, Foster. Is anybody else buying him? I am not. Anybody else?
Is that what you're looking? Is that what you're looking so dreamily at in your Skype picture?
What? No.
Yeah, I bet he looks really happy as well. I bet he's like gazing at a portrait of Hitler as well. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I think he is.
The picture was taken in Korea, so I think he was actually hailing a statue of Kim Jong-il.
Oh, probably. You know, I heard it's only year 127 there because they only go by the year since he was born. Foster, what is
He's
your family?
127 years old?
Since he died, or since he was born.
But
There's-
he only
That
died.
doesn't sound right.
I don't know. Research it. Well, Foster, what, or 112, something like that.
That's old.
Foster, did you just correct me?
Yeah.
Kim Jong-il.
He does know.
Kim
Hey,
Jong-il.
I'm directed by a Nazi.
What?
He does know how old his once great dictator was.
No. I know world history.
I don't think that's a good. Okay, look, that's not a good enough comeback.
Kim Jong-il was born in 1941. They would be in year 72 if they did that.
I know. It was his father. Who I know the name of, but I'm not going to say because.
You would know. I bet. Yeah, you would know. You don't want to say because then you'll look even more like a racist, huh? You racist fuck.
Let's see, what was his father's name again?
Just taking a
I know this.
Question or
Kim Il-sung, that's it.
I bet that was Foster's favorite name ever. I bet he's going to name his 3 children that. Kim, Jong, and Il.
No, Kim.
When is Foster going to have 3 children?
I don't know.
What?
You have high expectations for Foster. Foster, get right on that.
What?
I think I started something that I am deeply regretting.
Why? He's going to become the racist about
I
podcast.
like hockey and snow golems. How is that Nazi?
You don't have to hide it from us, man. It's okay.
I like Jewish people.
You don't have to hate them in order to be a Nazi. I'm sure they taught you those at the rally, huh?
What?
Yeah, of course.
What, now you're insinuating he's a member of the KKK?
I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure, actually. I mean, I mean, look at him, dude. He's so nice. He's so just like, I bet he is, because just by the fact that we just couldn't tell that he wasn't, if that makes any sense. So I think he is, because how else could we tell?
No.
I think you're.
But
Foster's a racist.
But because I'm nice.
Foster's a false Nazi.
He did want to bring the dragons back to Vancouver.
No! Why'd you tell them?
He wants to get. He wants to get rid of all the French there, so he can invade.
I love the Québécois!
That proves you're a Nazi.
Chant.
Only
That's
Nazis
his
love the
racist
French.
Chant. That's what they were chanting at the rally.
No!
I think this joke is going on too long.
Topic.
I'm sure Nazis don't have brains.
Zombies of reasonable
What are you
intelligence.
talking about, Foster? You just told us a bunch of facts earlier, though. I think they do.
But
New
it
topic.
was the Three Stooges quote. Yeah, new topic. How much do you boys love capitalism?
Okay, I really will never be able to look at Foster the same way. I look at him like he's a racist for real now.
What?
Wow.
I really do.
You're very impressionable, Gray.
Oh, man. I just made my own impression on him as well.
This is what happens with like celebrities, where a rumor starts and then people believe the rumor to be completely.
Dude, I really hope people believe me. I really hope.
This is like when everyone's like, yeah, you know, Mr. Rogers, he was he had tattoos all over his arms. That's the only reason he wore that sweater, and he was a sniper in the military. That's not true facts about him.
You don't know?
I do know. Indeed, I do know.
How do you know?
Because I know about Fred Rogers.
Well, yours was a
about Mr.
rapist.
Jessup.
What?
What? No, that's the British equivalent of Mr. Rogers. That was the rapist.
Yeah, the British
Yeah, well,
one.
you do have the Queen on your bills, so
What?
you're still affiliated.
How are we affiliated with a show that was on the BBC? What? And by the
Canada
way,
is not.
didn't like the Queen. Well,
You're confusing our viewers. New topic.
I don't like. No, hold on. This is making me look worse. It's not that I don't like the Queen. I don't like monarch.
All right, go ahead. You made me laugh. Go ahead.
I don't like the British monarch. I don't like monarchies. I think monarchy.
Oh, dude, I can cut up that part to where he says, only I hate the British. I'm going to put that.
No! Wait, no.
Now you're saying you don't like butterflies? What's wrong with you?
But
He's a racist towards orange-colored people.
He hates
Dude,
butterflies.
they're brown people. The monarchs. Jesus,
Foster is
that's
a brown
horrible-
people.
Dude, that is such a horrible minority slur right there. What is your problem, Foster?
what?
Most what's ever recorded.
I think we just need to get off this topic before he makes himself look even worse.
Thanks.
And
Yeah,
that's
this
the
is why I'm
sound of
doing
ninjas.
here.
Yeah, man.
Why
Okay,
do you have
so
a picture of a Nazi at the ready, Logan? Real question.
Well, no, the bigger question is, why is it a ready picture of you as a Nazi? Or no, is it why he is a Nazi, or why he just has a picture
We're
of
just
you?
not going to get off this subject.
Yeah, I think we should, because I think we're boring them to death. I think it's a huge revelation, though.
What? Yeah, that I am a
I'll take off this.
democracy-loving guy. I do not like or endorse the Nazi Party of Germany or any other neo-Nazi
I
party.
think of Volkswagen.
Volks, oh, they're all right. What?
Yep.
But they're not
Yes.
affiliated with Nazis.
Dude, yes they are.
Yeah, they're affiliated with Nazis as Boeing was affiliated with the U.S.
But no, but
Yeah.
look, they're modern folk. I'm just gonna shut up.
See, I want to make those videos now, but I'm afraid it's actually people are going to believe me somehow. and
Dude,
really-
someone a long time ago made a Foster hate ad, and it was the funniest thing. It was like a picture. It wasn't a picture. It was like me, and then a voiceover of Foster the Canadian behind the scenes. And I was wondering because it was one of my earliest subscribers, and he was asking if I could send him audio clips of like weird things, and I didn't send him everything he wanted. But he's like, listen to what Foster has to say about his female subscribers. And then it's like cut together, boobs or GTFO. What?
Hey, by the way, what is your percentage of female viewers?
It's risen up a tiny bit. I think it's 17% now.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually,
17.
dude. That's really good.
Yeah.
Let me look at mine. I forgot. Mine's below 5%, so I remember.
Yeah, I had,
I know.
the past month, I had about 25% female subscribers come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably all Nazis, right?
Yeah, they're all from the rally
I'm
song.
Nazis.
Just wanna get
Yeah,
to know together.
they're all from the Cult of Gus.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. My Cult of Gus is actually doing really well. So great. I'm not sure if you know this. I actually started a cult called the Cult of Gus, and it's like
That is so out of context. I started a cult.
Well, no,
Oh
it's
my God.
the Cult of Gus, and it's 150 people strong, and it's one of the top cults on the internet right now.
With
Yeah,
150
That's pretty
people.
scary, man. I bet you're gonna go invade
Well,
Europe
it's
now.
not. It's one of the top not real cults. It's not a real.
Yeah, right. That's what they all say. You're probably just gonna go invade Russia, or just gonna go do that now.
Well, I
It's
do
dramatic
not
Russia.
like
Russia
Russia.
invades you.
I've been very vocal about my opinion on Russians, mostly due to hockey rivalries.
What about
Yeah,
your
I'd
opinion
say
of
so.
Poland?
Poland, take them or leave them. Not take them as
Oh!
not take them like that.
Oh my God, that is even more out of context.
Yes!
Take him or leave him. Oh my God.
That worked perfectly.
Oh, done, Foster. You just made it even worse for yourself. Ah, man. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm a master at getting people.
So,
Oh.
alright, so. it
I think Walter
appears
really
that-
shut up this time.
I'm not worse than this.
You can't not worse than it. Just a
Yeah, what's your opinion on. Give us your opinion on.
Honest opinions.
Give us your honest opinion on capitalism. Go.
Love it. Capitalism, it was what spawned such great inventions that we saw in the early stages of American development. If it wasn't for capitalism, we wouldn't be...
Like
really-
ovens?
What?
Hmm?
What?
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 Okay, next question.
What do you think of the
Did
Japanese?
you know... Dude, this is awesome. Apparently... Let's see here. ProPerks podcast number 6 with Silent and Foster received 118 minutes watched, and this is pretty amazing. Recommendations on assassinations and perks for COD Ghost and Battlefield 4. It got 230 views, 314 minutes watched estimated. That right there is what I like. I think that's pretty good.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Let's see what else. It's because of the title though that it received a dislike or two. So
Wow.
let's see.
I have a Castle Crashers video that was visited by a bunch of confused bronies.
Also has a video that was viewed
Okay,
by
who is eating food in the background? Stop crumpling up a bunch of fucking foil, otherwise you boot some people now.
Hey, I just had Danish butter cookies and they came in a little cupcake thing, so I was just folding that up.
Okay, then okay. What's your channel again, Logan? Me and you need to do some dark RP. On Gmod, Gmod, on Gary's mod.
I don't understand how Dark RP could be taken out of context.
I
You
do.
need to go to the back room and do some dark RP.
That sounds delicious.
Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, Fan Finder. What the hell is this? Fan Finder. Find more fans by letting YouTube promote your channel to the most people most likely to love your vids at no cost to you. Submit your channel ad to Fan Finder and get started. Explore channel ad tips and
Okay.
that's pretty cool. Would you guys care to go ahead and end off the podcast now?
Yeah.
Yeah, in an hour and a half, and bitch.
Heil Hitler, bitch! Quote from Breaking Bad.
Bitch.
Disrespect.
It is
you
actually
gotta
a quote
have
from
the
Breaking
pitch
Bad.
first.
Yeah.
Bitch.
A show that
All
Nazis
right.
watch.
Gute Nacht,
Bitch.
bitch.
Bitch.